Hi guys, welcome to Mother Moon Tarot. This is going to be the tarot reading for Libra for May. Guys, a few things before we kind of get into it. First of all, if you're returning, thank you very much. If you're new to my channel, hello. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe at the end of the video because it always helps. Thank you guys. So just a few things before we get into your cards. It is Taurus season. It's May, so Taurus season is very grounded, and we have a new moon in Taurus coming up on the 4th of May, this Saturday. So we've just come out of a full moon, second full moon in Libra. So a few things with regards to that. It may have been bringing up old energies from the first full moon in Libra, which was the end of March, or possibly as well to do with maybe a couple of months back, say maybe January. I haven't been feeling that for all of the signs for a couple of months, like maybe like January time, but for some of you I have. So it could be bringing stuff back up, karmic kind of situations that are needing to be kind of re-looked at, and you deal with them in a different way. That sort of thing is kind of happening. So it's almost like a second chance round to try things a different way. So between the full moon in Libra and this new moon in Taurus, you may be feeling like a little bit of a heavy energy. You may have been feeling like there was a little bit of stagnancy, a little bit of feeling a little bit in limbo. You may have been feeling not 100% yourself. A little bit kind of foggy brained where you're not really sure kind of what to do or where to kind of go with things. You may be feeling low in energy, all sorts of things like that, because there's a little bit of like a heavy energy of that kind of cycle kind of coming to an end with certain things, and then new energy starting to shift once the 4th of May happens. So the new moon, once it does come in, like I said, it's a lot lighter of energies. So the focus this month with the new moon in Taurus is firstly, guys, apologies. The sun is really, really strong in here today. So I hope that the shadowing isn't too bad and that you can see all the cards. So if it is, sorry. Also, we have builders in at the moment. So if you hear building noises, apologies. And thirdly, my nails are shocking. I know it's terrible. I've had gel polish on. I don't have the stuff to remove them and I've been trying to peel it off and it's really, really bad. I'm sorry. So you'll have to bear with me. Next month, I promise it won't be this way. So bear with me with that. Sorry, guys. Anyway, the lighter atmosphere and the lighter energies coming in after the new moon are a lot to do with, the focus is on certain aspects. So first of all, we have the aspect of taking a look within. So it's almost like you're taking a look at yourself in the mirror, or you're taking a look at your life from an outsider's perspective, and you're almost like going straight to the core and going, right, okay, I don't like that, I don't like this, I really love this about myself, I want to do more of that, I want to kind of, I want to strengthen that quality of how I am. I don't really like that kind of negative aspect of maybe my character. I want to get rid of that, so it's really kind of like taking a look at yourself and really analyzing and kind of clearing what needs to be cleared away and enforcing what needs to be manifested and moved forward in a positive way. So and that's all to do with the self. Okay, so your appearance, your character, your personality, your personality traits, those sorts of things. That's the sort of things that I'm looking at. But also to do with your looks and that as well, and how you appear to the external kind of world too. But mostly on your inner kind of self. There's also then a focus on doing the same sort of thing, but in terms of finances, career, jobs, employment, businesses. So you may be looking at your finances again this month and trying to restructure them or realign them. You might be looking at a new job and thinking, okay, this actually suits me better as a person that I am, rather than this old job that I was in, or this promotion will really help me to kind of be in a better place financially. So those sorts of things, you're readjusting and kind of looking at where you are in financially as well. Sorry, I just moved the camera. Apologies, guys. So you're looking at that again. There's also then a focus on kind of your persistence as well. So where you've been persistent with certain things, don't let that slip. You know, there may have been heavier energies, you know, before, you know, at the very start of the month, or, you know, just after the full moon, but don't let that persistence slip. Whatever you've been persistent with, keep going with that, because it's going to pay off, because Taurus season is about, you know, persistence also. It's a very grounded kind of energy, so it's all to do with those kind of core things in life. So, you know, it's almost like Pentacles energy, so it's like home, family, career, you know, your house, you know, things like that. So it's all to do with that sort of stuff. Okay, so let's get into it. So I was meditating on your energy before I came on camera, pre-shuffling the cards as well. And the information that I got for you, Libra, was you're balancing out your own scales. Okay, so like I said, you're taking that time to look within, and you know, you're doing it with precision. So that's a wonderful thing, especially considering we've got all this new energy from the new moon kind of coming in on the 4th of May, which is particularly taking a look at yourself. So it's almost like, yeah, you're going within and you're balancing out your own scales, shedding of an old skin, and you know, the rebirth of a new. So that's really good. The other thing though that I got for you was you know, to stay curious. Don't go so far within that you try to like be really specific with everything and get the balance just right, because there might be a little bit of a temptation to do that. You know, let that kind of, that balance come naturally, let that flow come naturally. Don't be so rigid with it, okay? Because, you know, you need to stay curious. You need to allow some sort of, you know, element of, you know, kind of surprise, or a kind of element of going with the flow kind of come with that too. You can't completely control it, okay? So that's what I got for you guys. So let's have a little look at the cards and see what comes up for you for May. Okay, so what does Libra need to know for May, please? What does Libra need to know for May? Libra needs to know for May, please. Okay, so 3 cards, please. What does Libra need to know for May? What does Libra need to know for May, please? What does Libra need to know for May? What does Libra need to know for May? What does Libra need to know for May? One more card. Okay, as always, guys, you know, take what resonates. It's not always going to resonate for everyone, because this is a collective general reading for the general collective of Libra. Also, please don't get hung up on the gender of the cards, because, you know, it can pertain to male or female. It's just whatever's on the card is what I actually read at the time, just to kind of help make sense for everyone. And also, you know, energy is fluid, so you could be in front of this energy, you could be in it, and you also could be behind it. So, you know, just take that as well. Don't get hung up on all of that as well. I am an intuitive reader, so I do read the intuitive meaning that I get from the card. But if you are getting another intuitive meaning from the card as I am explaining it, please take that, because that's your own intuition kicking in. So take that meaning also. And then the other thing, guys, is that you know, I do read reversals. So if you're not happy with reading reversals, then I'm not the reader for you. Go check out someone else. But if you do like reversals, then, you know, like I said, stick with us. Okay, so oh yes, there we go. Your last card. Okay, right, Libra, let's have a look. Okay, so as always, guys, I like to take a little moment to take a look at the cards. So if you want to skip ahead until the reading actually starts, go ahead. If not, then you can stick with me here. So let's have a little look. Okay. Okay, so your underlying energy is temperance. And what were we just talking about? Balancing the scales. You can see she's shifting it from one cup to another, so she's trying to balance the water between the 2 cups, and that is definitely the energy that you have this month. Absolutely, it came out in, you know, that's the energy that is around in terms of Taurus season. It's also the energy that I got in your pre-meditation with balancing your own scales, and now it's come out in the cards as well. So I think that's just triple meaning to you know, reinforce for you that you really are kind of taking a balance and balancing out your life this month, Libra. So I really like that for you. You're almost in your element, you know, and you can see as well she's kind of going to her intuition there as well. So it's all about kind of going within that inner kind of knowledge, that inner knowing of balancing things out. So wonderful underlying energy to have this month. I love it. Right, okay, so looking at the cards, Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay, so the first card you had out was the Queen of Cups, okay? The Queen of Cups in this, the intuitive meaning I'm getting from this card today in this reading is that she's almost like looking into this water. It's like she has everything she needs. You know, she's got her cup of emotions and feelings. She's got her throne. She's got her, you know, her riches and everything that she needs. But there's something that's kind of missing. And I got this in the last reading I did for, who was it? Another sign that got this. Who did I just do? Capricorn. I think it was Capricorn. So you might be dealing with a Capricorn, or you may have Capricorn in your chart. Take a look if that is resonating with you. But it wasn't the Queen of Cups. It was the King of Pentacles. But again, I'm getting that feeling of like you've got a lot. You got most things in your life are feeling settled, or you feel like you've got most things in your life in abundance. But there's something that she's almost like staring out into the water too, as if like there's just something missing, or something's not quite as balanced as she wants it to be. Now the third card that you got, I'm going to skip to the third and you'll see why, is because you got the King of Cups, okay? So there's two meanings for this, okay, guys? One, this is a situation to do with love. So this is a partnership that you're in with. That might be love, it might be friends or family, it might be colleagues or co-workers. It can be any sort of, relationship. But it could be to do with love for you. And I feel like, this is the king and queen kind of energy. So I feel like if you are in a relationship at the moment and this resonates as a relationship for you, it's like both of you kind of gotten to that. It's like now, after a long time, both of you have kind of gotten to that king and queen kind of energy. It's like there's a balancing out of the energies between the two of you, and you're now on the same level. So, you're now on the same level as each other and you're seeing eye to eye. There's been a balancing out of energies between the two of you. And the reason I say that is because slap bang in the middle of these two is you got the Three of Wands. Now the Three of Wands is standing there, now it was in reverse. In the upright, it means it's you're standing there and you're waiting for your ships to come in. It's like you've got your wand, you can wield it and magic it into your life, but you're waiting for your ships to come in. It's like you're biding your time. And it's almost like it being in the reverse. You were biding your time until, both of these energies balanced out. So I definitely feel like this month, if this is resonating as a relationship for you between you and another person, there is definitely a balancing out. So, your ships are coming in. This is turning around. Your ships are coming in and there's a balancing out of the energies between the two of you to match each other. So I really like that for you. Now, for the other group of you, I feel like this is almost like an internal process that's going on for you. So whereby your feminine, your masculine kind of side, we all have feminine and masculine in us, divine feminine, divine masculine energies in us. And sometimes one is more unbalanced than the other, or one is more kind of, the scales are kind of tipped slightly, depending on what energies and situations we're having to deal with. I feel like as you're kind of going in with this temperance, see this intuition this month, as you're going in within and you're taking a look at yourself deeply this month, you're balancing out that masculine and feminine kind of energies to do with love, emotions, feelings, to do with yourself. Yes, also to do with your external relationships with others, but more so to do with yourself. So your inner and how you love yourself, how you see yourself, and how you view yourself, and how you love yourself. So there's a balancing out of the masculine and feminine energies within yourself, and how you want to be perceived as a person, the person that you want to be. There's a balancing out of that. There's a tempering of those energies. Okay. So I feel like that's either, like I said, for some of you, it's a relationship that you're in. And for others of you, it's the relationship with yourself. Okay. And it's an internal kind of thing. And the reason I say this also is that because, the card that you got out after that then was the being left out in the cold card. It's the Five of Pentacles, okay? So it's like these pentacles are to do with, your kind of core values in life, your foundations in life. So home, family, finances, career, relationships, that sort of a thing. It's the core foundations in life. And you've almost felt like you were left out in the cold a little bit before. Now, like I said, those energies could be coming in from a couple of months back, where this kind of this kind of bringing, with this full moon in Libra, it was almost like bringing some of that energy back, where you might have been feeling like this in the last few days, whereby you were left out in the cold again, or you were starting to kind of feel that energy again of being left out in the cold, or things not being just the way that you wanted them, you know, in terms of those core stable kind of foundations. So you might have felt a little bit unstable recently. That's for some of you. For another portion of you, I feel like the journey this month towards balancing these two energies out within yourself internally is it's taking its time. Okay, so it's not going to be instant. It's taking its time. And, you know, you're waiting for that, your ships to come in, and for that balance to kind of come in between your internal kind of way of thinking. But that might take you, so going within and really trying to suss yourself out a little bit this month might take you to a little bit of a feeling left out in the cold kind of space, or feeling disconnected from the warmth and the, you know, family environment within this church here. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is you might kind of that seeking of balancing things within might bring up and might trigger a few things for you this month, where it makes you feel a little bit down, and makes you feel a little bit stagnant, makes you feel a little bit hurt or sad, or left out in the cold, or disconnected from your friends and family, or from the core foundations that you have in life. So just be aware of that and honor it. Don't try and fight it. Like I said, there is in your pre-meditation that I did, you know, don't try and control everything this month in terms of balancing that out. Stay curious. Let there be that kind of like ebb and flow to it, of it coming around in divine timing. So allow and honor these emotions. If these come up for you, if you do start feeling like that, allow yourself to just be with that and work through it, because that is how you're inevitably going to balance yourself out more than if you try and really control this and not allow yourself to feel these feelings and go through it and work through it. Okay, so yeah, like I said, for some of you, this is the part of the internal process. Okay, so the next card that you had out was the Page of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles is to do with a stable offer coming in. So I do feel like there could be, like I said, an offer from someone. So for example, like I was saying, if this is to do with a situation, a love situation between you and another person, if it is a situation whereby you've a relationship that you've been wanting to happen, then